So, hi ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with step 3. Step 3 is quite simple. We're putting together the wheels of this thing. So these are these parts right here, and there's 4 parts. So we'll need both the A-sprues. We can identify these simply with those right there that we've cut out for the wheels. So step 3 is we taking both of these, but step 3 also has these parts, these black parts right here. These polycaps, as the instruction calls them. These are in one of the previous bags I pulled them out of. But you're looking for 4 of these, as there's 4 wheels that we would have to put together. So it's very simple. We need part A14 and A15. So A14 and A15 are these 2 parts right here. We're going to quickly snip these out as per usual, and that's quick and simple. And effective. So with those pulled out together, we're going to look at it and go like this part here faces outwards. We know here because we'll see a very little circular motion going on there. That faces outwards. We'll place our polycap in here, and they'll combine in as such by lining up these 2 small parts that just slightly stick out, these indentations on these 2 parts here. You could kind of see it along here on the top end, along there. Small dimples, and we would line them up quite soundly as such. These should, in theory, yes, click in together when they're correctly lined up. But first we're going to be taking these polycaps of ours, and we're going to be cutting off one. The good thing about I'm just going to slide them right in. Slide it right in there. We do not glue these parts. We do not glue them. And we should have a nice black dimple such as such. You can see it. And as I just showed you previously, we're going to just circle it up, snip, and close them tight like such. Now these parts here, we're going to be gluing the outside of this wheel. We're going to be using a tamiya extra thin quick, and we're just going to be doing slightly putting the brush in there, and the capillary action that takes place will just eat up the plastic and allow it to solidify while not gluing the exterior together. And we're just going to hold that tight, so we don't want this to fall apart. We'll be doing that again for the second A-sprue, and we'll be able to do this even more quicker than previously done, because, well, you know how it's done. And there we go. Very quick, simple. Again, we take our A-sprue, we take our polycaps, a snap, take our previous part, this part right here, the A14 part, we slide the black polycap in. Oh, having a little bit of trouble here putting it in. There we go. Same situation. We're just gonna put these roughly together, and we're just gonna circle them apart. These aren't fitting well. Okay, that'll be reason why. I've just discovered a small dimple on this area and a small hole, so we're going to click it together. So make sure you get that small tiny hole aligned with the other one. Put it together as such, and you should have zero, and I mean zero gaps in there. Again, we'll take our glue and just slightly paint it across just as such. Quick as simple. I'm just going to hold it down and let the glue bite in. Those two are done. Now we're going to be taking the A20 and A19, so A19 and A20. So this is 19 right here, this is 20 right here. I'm going to snip these apart, and it is the same situation. We're going to be looking at the A20 sprue in particular, A20 part, or the A20 wheel, I should say. Slap it together, and we see this right here. We snip and snip. That's that done. We then just slide it in there. We slide it in as such. As you can see, nice slide and tight one. So on the A20 screw, you'll see a slight indentation going on there. And there's a slight indentation on the A19 screw, the A19 wheel. We're just going to bring them together as such. And we're just going to circle them around until they clip in. There we go. Nice and tight. Again, we do not glue the black piece that we placed in here. Instead, only thing we glue is the external part to bound the two wheels together. That's the only part we glue. As seen right here. We're just gonna glue. I'm just gonna hold nice and tight until it gives it enough time for the glue to bite. We do the exact same for this sprue. We do a nice snip on both sides. We can kind of speed this along slightly. Just slide that right in there. Take this excess piece of sprue, as cut nicely there. Get as close to the wheel as possible when you're cutting. Get as close as possible. And we're just going to put these two parts together again. Make sure they fit in nice and tight like such. We get our glue again, and we just touch up the external rims piecemeal. As such. I'm going to hold down tight. Hold down tight, and boom. So that there is step 3. Nice, done, and it's essentially good to go for the next part. I'll see you soon.